What is good, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you can just call me Juice, okay? Or G-Man. Those are my nicknames, okay? Be sure to like the video right now, subscribe to my channel if you are new and love great fire sports content. I do post a ton of great sports videos pretty much almost every single day, giving out great, amazing content. I want to talk about three players in this video, okay? I'm going to first talk about Kawhi Leonard, then later I'm going to talk about Kevin Durant, and I'm going to talk about Steph Curry. Because the NBA Finals, as you know, guys, today, it starts today, okay? Raptors versus Warriors. I did predict in my last video that the Warriors would win in 6 games, but I do think the Raptors do have an outside shot at beating the Warriors. I really do, especially if Steph Curry has an off series, okay, and Kawhi Leonard dominates. I think the Raptors, if Steph Curry has a bad series and Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominates, the Raptors will win, considering the fact that they have home court advantage, okay? But that's not what I'm talking about today. I wanted to touch on the legacy and just what's at stake for these three players, okay? So I'm going to start, because there's a lot on the line. You know, Kevin Durant obviously is hurt. Are the Warriors better without him? What happens if they win and he's not playing? What happens if they lose and he's not playing? Steph Curry, what if he doesn't win Finals MVP? What happens if Steph Curry loses the series without Kevin Durant? What happens if he wins the series with Kevin Durant? And then obviously Kawhi Leonard, you know, this amazing run he's been on with the Toronto Raptors. Is he potentially the best player in the game right now? I mean, these are all questions we have to ask ourselves heading into this series. So I'm going to first talk about Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard has had an amazing playoff run. I mean, the guy has really impressed me. I knew Kawhi Leonard was definitely a top 5 player in this league, but to me right now, he's definitely top 3 after this playoff run he's had, okay? You know, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, those are the 3 best players in the league right now. In any order you want to put them, I didn't put them in any particular order right there, okay? So listen, Kawhi Leonard, we know he's great, okay? The guy is putting on an absolutely great playoff run. I mean, this reminds me when Allen Iverson was leading that 76ers team to the NBA Finals that had no business being there. Reminds me of LeBron James' playoff run even last year, okay, when he led that Cavs team. I mean, it just comes as close to carrying a team as you need to as possible. Now, the Raptors have had some players that have stepped up big time, okay, for them in the clutch. You know, Marcus Gasol has some big shots, Kyle Lowry stepped up when he needed to, and Pascal Siakam's holding his own, okay? But let's be real, if they did not have Kawhi Leonard, they would have gotten bounced in the second round, okay? So I'm just being real with you. You know, Kawhi Leonard, the Raptors had no business being in the NBA Finals, okay? The Milwaukee Bucks are a better team, okay? And Philadelphia, honestly, is a better team. I think Philadelphia, if you look at just their roster overall, they are a better team than the Raptors. But Kawhi Leonard said no. He's been able to close the deal. He had that iconic game-winning shot that bounced around 3 or 4 times. Skip Bayless is still mad about that. I mean, he's had an amazing playoff run. And we really have to ask ourselves, is Kawhi Leonard potentially the best player in the league right now? Now, I'm not going to say he's the best player in the league right now. Not quite yet, okay? I still think Kevin Durant and LeBron James, who have been doing it for a longer period of time, are better than him right now. You know, I think they're better than him right now. I take them over him right now. But if Kawhi Leonard wins the series, we have to start asking ourselves the question, is he indeed the best player in the league? Because, I mean, let's be real. I mean, LeBron James knocked off that 73-win Warriors team. I mean, look at that accomplishment he had. It put him in the GOAT conversation. If Kawhi Leonard pulls this off, especially if Kevin Durant comes back, man, oh man, what an accomplishment this will be. I mean, he's going to lead the Raptors to potentially their first ever NBA championship. This is the first time they've ever been in the finals, okay? Not all rings are created equal. This ring would be one of the 5 greatest accomplishments of all time. And Kawhi Leonard, he's already much better defensively than LeBron James. Steph Curry, he's a better defender than Kevin Durant. He's probably out of the top 5 players in the league. You know, whoever you want to put there, Giannis, you know, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard's better than all of them defensively, okay? And he's shown the ability to carry a team now that he's in the NBA Finals with the Toronto Raptors. They have no business being in the NBA Finals, okay? And he's a lot younger than LeBron James. He's younger than Kevin Durant. I mean, he's putting up great offensive numbers too. I mean, the guy's averaging what, 32 points per game almost, about 8 or 9 rebounds. And the last time we saw Kawhi Leonard, guys, let's not forget, he was leading the Spurs to 67 wins. I mean, the last time Kawhi Leonard was fully healthy in the playoffs, we saw him up 23 points on the unbeatable Warriors. I mean, I'm not saying they would have beaten the Warriors that year. They for sure would have won some games. So Kawhi Leonard has a lot to gain in these finals, okay? Now I'm going to get to Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant, if you guys do not know, he is my favorite player in the world. I am a Warriors fan because of Kevin Durant, okay? I love the guy. I loved him at Texas. I'm still going to ride with Kevin Durant. Wherever he goes, I go, okay? That's just how I am. Call me a bandwagon if you want. Okay, but that's beside the point. Kevin Durant obviously was proving that he might be the best player in the league with this playoff run he was on. I mean, after Patrick Beverley absolutely ticked him off. I mean, the guy was ever since then, the guy's averaged like, what, 39 points per game. But he's just been a scoring machine in these playoffs. And before he got hurt, he was the best player in these playoffs. Now, Kawhi Leonard obviously has taken that from him, but he's hurt right now. And the Warriors, without him, have won 4 straight games. Okay, they swept 5 straight games. Yeah, 5 straight games. They swept the Portland Trailblazers and were able to win that Game 6 in Houston to close out James Harden and them boys, the Houston Rockets. Personally, I thought the Houston Rockets were the second or third best team in the league, okay? And the Warriors were able to close them out in that one game. That's just one game, but it still matters. The Rockets are a great team. And I think the Warriors are 34-4 in their career without Kevin Durant since he's joined the team when he's missed games. There's legitimate questions. Are they better without him? Now, anyone that thinks the Warriors are better without Kevin Durant are just crazy. I mean, add Kevin Durant to any team in the league, in history. Add Kevin Durant to any team in history, he makes them automatically better. Max Kellerman pretty much said it perfectly. I'm going to just quote him for that. But yeah, anytime you add a 4-time scoring champion and a former league MVP and a former 2-time finals MVP to your team, that's definitely not hurting them, okay? They're a better team with Kevin Durant. They're unbeatable with Kevin Durant. They were not a dynasty until Kevin Durant got there, okay? Let's be real. In order to be a dynasty, in my opinion, you have to at least win 2 championships. And as far as I'm concerned, the Warriors won one, and they lost one, okay? But however you want to slice it, they were not a dynasty until Kevin Durant got there. He made them a dynasty. And they wouldn't honestly not have beaten the Houston Rockets last year without Kevin Durant. You know, that great Houston Rockets team where people said, oh, CP3 got hurt, man. That's the reason they lost. Yeah, that's what they said. But they wouldn't have beaten the Houston Rockets without Kevin Durant. So I do think they would not be 2-time defending champions here right now without Kevin Durant. But I'm going to tell you right now, if they win the title without him, for one, he's definitely got to go. And I think he's going to go anyway because I think Kevin Durant is realizing it is a lot harder for him to prove that he is the best player potentially in the world and proving that he's an NBA champion on this team. And it's not that he's not great because we all know he's great. Kevin Durant's been a top 2 player in this league for a good 8, 9, 10 years. I mean, definitely. Okay, but it's just going to look, think about this. When is the last time the best player in the league, if people want to think he's the best player in the league, or a top 3 player in the league, okay? Top 3, top 2, top 1, whatever you want to call it. When is the last time they were off a team and the team won a title without them? I just can't imagine that. I've never seen that. That's never happened. And it potentially could happen. Now, if Steph Curry is off series, I do think they will not win the championship. And honestly, I don't know if Kevin Durant's going to come back. Okay, they're saying that he has a calf strain. I'm pretty sure it's not a calf strain, okay? Because if it was, he probably would have been back by now. And, you know, he was hobbling the other day. You know, I don't think he's even returned to on-court activities, okay? And the game is going to start today. The NBA Finals start today. And I don't think Kevin Durant has been on the court with on-court activities, okay? So his recovery process from this injury is a lot slower than people thought. And I just think the Warriors are honestly covering up that injury. I don't think it's a calf strain. Because if it was just a calf strain, it might be an Achilles injury. It might be a torn Achilles. It certainly looked like that might have been potentially what happened to him. I don't know. But either way, Kevin Durant might not return for this series. Now, if they win a championship without him, I'm sorry, it's just going to be hard for him to, overall, for his legacy, validate those titles in Golden State. Now, personally, I'm not going to take much away from them, okay? Because he did turn them into a dynasty. But we also have to look at this, and I'm being fair. I'm a Kevin Durant fan. It pains me to have this conversation, okay? It pains me. But you can't be the best player in the league, in my opinion, if a team wins a championship without you, okay? Now, if they lose the NBA championship without Kevin Durant, then I think his value definitely increases, okay? It'll just prove that they definitely, in fact, indeed need him to win a championship. They needed him. Kevin Durant's great, okay? And it's hard for me to take away from his NBA titles because he averaged 35, 7, and 5 the last time he was in the NBA Finals, the first time. And then he averaged 29 points last year, something like that, around 10 rebounds. I mean, the guy absolutely balled out, okay? I think he was a top 2 player before he got to Golden State, okay? And he put this dynasty over the top. He made them better, in my opinion, okay? But if they win a championship without him, it's definitely tainting on his legacy. He will definitely need to go win a championship with somewhere else with another team. So on ability alone, Kevin Durant, he's definitely top 5 all time on ability alone. But as far as elevating a team to a title, there's serious questions about how much value he has to the Warriors, even though I think he's still great. Okay, but also, if they lose the finals without him, that's the culprit right there, Steph Curry too. It really is, because think about this. If the Warriors lose these NBA Finals with Kevin Durant, if they lose loses with Kevin Durant, okay, they both share some blame, okay? Assuming he does not play in these finals and they lose. I mean, Steph Curry, what are you doing? Okay, Steph Curry. Because think about this. Steph Curry dominated the league, was in the conversation for potentially surpassing LeBron James after, that first MVP season he had, and then particularly in the second season, he was the unanimous MVP. They won a championship. The first year he won MVP, they were well on their way to winning another championship in his second year, okay, with the team, second year after that, okay, where he averaged about 30 points per game, was a unanimous MVP. They won 73 games. Many people, including myself, thought they would annihilate the Cavaliers in the finals. And they blew a 3-1 lead. I mean, that's a huge stain on your legacy. I don't think anyone's blown a 3-1 lead in the NBA Finals. And Steph Curry did that. He was a lesser version of himself in those finals, okay? And then, he basically is now removed from best player in the league conversation, okay? He was removed from that, okay? LeBron James took it from him and said, it ain't your time, little bro, okay? Then they go out and add Kevin Durant, okay? And Kevin Durant wins back-to-back Finals MVPs. Now, I've always said Kevin Durant over Steph Curry. He's definitely the better defender. He's always been the better scorer to me. He's just a better overall player, okay? The numbers show it. I mean, Kevin Durant's a better player than Steph Curry, okay? But, again, the narrative, okay? Really, Steph Curry would only have, if they lose these finals without Kevin Durant, really only Steph Curry has, one championship that he's solely led them to? I mean, one where he's really responsible for it? Because think about it. Andre Iguodala won the Finals MVP the first time. I mean, you had to go out and get Kevin Durant in order to beat LeBron James, in order to take you over the top. If you're so great, why do you think you need Kevin Durant? Okay, these are legitimate questions we need to ask ourselves. So really, Steph Curry, I'm sorry, if he loses this Finals as a heavy favorite, that really stains his legacy, and he will never be in the conversation for best player or best point guard of all time. Okay, because he still doesn't have a Finals MVP. Okay, when's the last time you said, oh, someone's the greatest of all time and they don't have a Finals MVP? That's never happened. Okay, or the best player in the league and they have a Finals MVP. That's never happened. What player do you know has been named the best player in basketball and does not have a Finals MVP? It just is rare. It doesn't happen, okay? So Steph Curry needs to come through. He needs to win Finals MVP. He needs to just prove that he indeed has value. Kevin Durant, okay, a lot of things could take turns with him, okay? His legacy, and then Kawhi Leonard, obviously, if he wins the title, might be the best player in the game. That's pretty much a wrap for this video. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and love my content. It's been your boy, Ghiman Mckinney. Appreciate y'all. I'm tuning in for these finals. Hope you guys are, and I'm Ghost.